This is Brother Elliot, host of Time for an Awakening, and you're listening to Black Talk Radio Network, new media for the new millennium.
The U.S. has the fastest growing prison population in the world. Well, it's like the real estate boom. Except, of course, the problem with real estate, you eventually run out of land. You never run out of people to put in prison.
The capitalist system of America, the U.S. military, the FBI, CIA, ATF, ICE, Homeland Security, and the neighborhood police. They stole 3/4 of Mexico in 1848.
And we're back. You're listening to Black Talk Radio News with Scotty Reed. If you're interested in independent black radio, independent progressive radio, then definitely you want to sign up as a subscriber right there on blacktalkradionetwork.com so that you can also get email updates of when an upcoming program has been scheduled. You'll also get some of the articles and blogs that are being posted. And you'll never miss an episode. So definitely, that's one way of showing your support is by signing up as a subscriber on blacktalkradionetwork.com. Cause I'm going to tell you, you'll have to look far and wide. And I'm not saying there are not other platforms out there or organizations out there that's sharing the truth with you raw and uncut. But we pride ourselves on that. Look, we don't have corporate financing. We don't have corporate advertisers, nothing like that. I'm not going beating on the doors of Coca-Cola and saying, would you advertise on Black Talk Radio News so I can keep doing it and paying for the expenses of the Black Talk Radio Network. We try to creative ways to fund the work that we do, whether that's through the Google ads, hint, wink, wink, or if that is through people making donations to the North Carolina-based nonprofit new media organization, Black Talk Media Project. And you can find out more about Black Talk Media Project by going to blacktalkmediaproject.org and even learn a thing or two about how you can become an independent black media producer. Now, I want to blast on the association of what's their name? The National Association of Assistant U.S. Attorneys. So, I don't know if this is like a union or something like that, but when I was thinking about it, I wonder if this is a union. I know police got unions and things of that like that. And, for all of these people that, especially those on the right, that talk about destroying unions, mighty funny, like Ronald Reagan and others who have been credited with destroying or limiting, the operations of unions in this country. They never touch law enforcement unions. They are always given exemptions. Why is that? Okay. Is that right? You going after unions that organize so that their workers can be paid a fair wage and get other benefits. But when it comes to these killer cops out here on the street, when it comes to these prosecutors and attorneys, it don't never apply to them. They always seem to get an exemption. Well, that's because they are part of the system of slavery in this country. All right. They got a long history of being a part of that system. All right. So anyway, the National Association of Assistant Attorneys. Let me pull up some information, and I have linked to this article on the Huffington Post. And it's also talking about the title is Biggest Overhaul in Federal Drug Sentencing in Decades Clears Major Hurdle Despite Opposition from Heartless Prosecutors. And I co-sign on to that headline. They're not heartless. Okay, they're not just heartless. They are evil. They are lacking souls. They don't have souls. You know what I'm saying? They're like the Walking Dead, just feeding off of victims. This is racism, white supremacy at its finest. Okay. How are you going to be in open rebellion to your boss I hope there were some signatures on this. Eric Holder need to start cleaning house. President Obama need to be cleaning house. When he made that announcement that was scientifically factual that cannabis is no more harmful than alcohol, then you had Michelle Lionheart, who first became the head of the DEA under the Bush administration, but for whatever reason, the president kept her, or he was forced to keep her and whatnot. She came out with a statement talking about how she disagreed with him. Okay? That's your boss. That is insubordination. If you got disagreements with your boss, the way that I was taught or trained was that, you set up a meeting, you request a meeting, okay, and you go to that meeting and you close the door and y'all talk about it, all right? But the boss's decision is final. And you don't go out there and publicly speak bad against your boss. You be out of a job. You don't go out there and call your boss a liar. It's basically what she did. How has this woman still got a job? That's what I want to know. And then she ain't even answering no questions about the deal that the DEA had with the Sinaloa drug cartel out of Mexico, which allowed the Sinaloa drug cartel to smuggle billions of dollars worth of drugs since she been in office now, since she been in that position, because it go all the way back to 2000 when Bush first came into power, all right? Or the puppet came in to occupy the Oval Office, and he appointed her. That this deal reportedly has been going on, and it just ended in 2012, I believe. Okay, 2012. But they had a deal with this drug cartel. We'll allow you to smuggle drugs, but you gotta help us take out your rivals. Well, damn, what organization, what criminal enterprise would not take them up on that? You mean tell me I get to smuggle drugs and you're going to take out my competition? Why is this woman still got a job? Why isn't this woman on a prison plantation somewhere for entering into this criminal conspiracy with killers and drug dealers, all the while locking up people for selling or using drugs that you allowed to be smuggled into this country? I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to yell. I didn't mean to scream. Sometimes, I just get angry. I get angry and it gets hard for me to contain myself. I get outraged at this stuff because I'm not a heartless, soulless, walking dead person that I can't empathize with these victims. All right. So let me get to the part about these soulless, heartless demons. Okay. Let me get to that part. Let's see. Trying to find the part. I don't want to read the whole article where you got these. Oh, they make me sick. Oh, the God, they make me sick. Let's see. Even though U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder urged the committee to reform mandatory minimum sentencing yesterday, the National Association of Assistant U.S. Attorneys took the somewhat rare step of opposing. See, they in open rebellion. Opposing the Attorney General by releasing a letter in opposition to reform. We do not join with those who regard our federal system of justice as broken or in need of major reconstruction, the organization said. Instead, we consider the current federal mandatory minimum sentence framework as well constructed and well worth preserving. See, these are evil, evil, evil people. They're evil. No, the system ain't broke, as I think I've heard Max even say at times. The system is working exactly how it's supposed to work. And that is to lock up the poor, to target Hispanics, to target blacks, and enslave them for profit. It's working exactly how it was set up to work in 1865. Okay? Let me play this clip that we shared on New Abolitionist Radio. Okay, these are the type of people that we are dealing with. This is a district attorney, even though he's not a U.S. district attorney, but he probably wants to be, and that's probably what he's working towards. But this is a district attorney talking to a would-be killer cop about killing somebody. These are the type of people we're dealing with.
Oh God, we're in it now.
Oh yeah. Should just let him get off the train and go.
Oh, you should have said that he pulled a knife on you and shot the son of a bitch. He pulled something out of his pocket and it looked like a gun. Damn, it was a goddamn comb. I'm sorry.
My bad, it was dark.
I'm bad. Oh, well, anyway, or he could have arrested him, waited to the train, tried to pull out, and here's a thought, throw him into the track, the wheels, and then say he tried to escape. But too late for that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, anyway, good hunting.
Good hunting, good hunting. Isn't that what the slave patrols did? Okay? Isn't that what enslavers did and when they went to Africa? All right, was hunt down people and enslave them. See, where are all the Chris Dorners of the world? We need more Chris Dorners out there. We need Nat Turners, okay? If somebody tracked down this man, or both of these men, and cut their freaking heads off, I would say that person does not deserve to go to prison, but they deserve to be rewarded, okay? And we should all chip in, through crowdfunding and award them $1 million for tracking down these evil people and bringing them to justice. Because the system ain't brought them to justice. They ain't been charged with no crimes. How many people? That was a prosecutor telling a cop, you should have killed this person. See, that's how Sheriff, whatever that sheriff's name, Paul, whatever, up there in Pinell County, that's how he was able to put this killer deputy back on the street in a week. And then say if it had been him, he would have shot him faster than the deputy did. Even though this man is unarmed, with his hands in both his hands up in the air, they justify this stuff and they cover for each other. Look, y'all, we are living behind enemy lines. There is a war. But the only casualties seem to be on our side. All right? I think it need to be some casualties on their side. And you can come after me. You can try to prosecute me or whatever. Last I heard that the freedom of speech, according to, one of the federal courts said that this man who was saying somebody ought to kill President Obama, that he was well within his First Amendment rights to be posting all of that all over the internet. That he was exercising his First Amendment rights. Well, guess what? I'm exercising my First Amendment rights. These evil, heartless, soulless enslavers need their heads cut off. And I'm not even Muslim. So, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm going to take another break. Then when I come back, I want to share this story of this Louisiana mother who begged the judge not to sentence her drug addict son to life in prison for being an addict. Instead of sentencing him to get help, like these rich celebrities get to go to celebrity rehab and all of this and that. No, they sentenced this young man to natural life on a Louisiana prison plantation. And I think he's on Angola prison. He is incarcerated or enslaved on Angola prison. And if you know history, if you want to do some research, Angola was a plantation back in the 1800s. And they just converted it to a prison plantation. Okay? So again, y'all people want to believe that slavery has been abolished. Nothing could be further from the truth. All the evidence is right there for you to read if you want to read it. Stop living in denial.
Descending from the tribes of Africa, inspired by the great black leaders. Dynamic, articulate, perceptive, courageous, outspoken.